Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be discussing my Ego tractor. It's the 42-inch dual blade tractor. I've been featuring it on my channel here, my YouTube channel, for a few days now, probably about a week. Today what we're going to look at two things. Is how hard it looks like to get the deck off. I had a subscriber ask me, does it look like it's going to be a problem taking the deck off? And it doesn't look like there is going to be, because when I got underneath there a little earlier to look to see how bad it was going to be, it really has the same mechanisms that my gas power mower had. And really you just unhitch it from the things that are holding it, that are, they believe me, they're underneath there. There's these brackets that are holding the deck in place. You take the pins out and then you just pull the deck, drop the deck and pull it out the side. And it doesn't look like it's that complicated. It looks like the same type of mechanism that my John Deere had. And we've talked about my John Deere, which is parked over there. Taking the deck off that was harder because that deck is a little bigger and that deck looks, it's definitely going to be a lot heavier than this deck. This deck looks like, it doesn't weigh that much. And I can rock it easily with one hand. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's got much weight. So I can't imagine this being that difficult to just unhitch those pins, pull this thing right out this side. Even if you jacked up the front a little bit. I mean, they do sell Lowe's sells them, Amazon sells them. They got like a kit that you can drive the tractor on it, and there's a crank on this side, and then the tractor will tilt like this. So the wheel, so this whole side comes up, and then it allows you just to go underneath there to change the blades. Because that's the only reason why you would take the deck off, right? Is to get to the blades. So they do have a setup where you drive onto it, then you either can crank the mechanism yourself, or you could do your DeWalt drill and drill the mechanism, and it basically just lifts this side of the tractor up so you can get right underneath it or change those blades. I think I'm just going to get one of those little gizmos. They're not that expensive, and they'll get the job done. Now, the other reason why I wanted to do this video today was to talk about the battery life in the cold temperatures. The last 24 hours, it's been really cold here in Vermont, really cold. We're at freezing. Last night when I went to bed, this tractor was at 97%. So I haven't done anything with this tractor all day. It's been sitting out here in the cold. Let's take a look at if it lost battery life. Yes. So it looks like it lost about 10% battery life in the cold. And that was what I wanted to, that's what I wanted to show you. Is it looks like, oh, it's over here. Gotta remember where all the levers are here. It looks like they all show that they're full bars. So they must we just lost enough in each one of them to put us in that low mark. And it's not showing that one individual battery. They look like they're just losing power generally evenly across the board, which brings us to 87%. So it looks like when, come on, I mean, we know that when batteries are out in the cold, they kind of start losing charge, or they even have issues performing at max. But this is a lawnmower. It's used in the summertime, in the springtime, in the fall. It's really early Vermont here, so I won't need to mow my grass at least for another 2 to 3 weeks. And by that time, we'll be in the 50s and 60s. And I won't have to worry about losing energy from the cold. But if you're getting one of these things to put a plow in the front of it, or put a snowblower attachment if they ever sell us one, then you want to keep an eye on the fact that you lose power. So you want to trickle charge it, or put it in a heated garage, or in a spot where you're above freezing, because if it dips below, it's really clear that they start to drain. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. And this has been the Tarkus Zone.